Okay.
Okay.
Hi guys. Wait.
We gotta get it together.
We gotta okay, and scene. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to my podcast. I Ain't a Kid No More. I'm your host, Sari Han, and today I finally have my interviewee, the lovely, the amazing Natasha.
Hi guys.
Okay, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, so I'm Natasha. I met Sari. We both worked at Aritzia together, and we
Yes.
literally clicked so hard. I love you so much, and it's been such a fun summer. We've hung out a few times, and it's the best. I'm so excited
Dude,
to
thank
be
you
here.
so much for being here. Also, we're looking at the mic and everything. It's just to make sure, because this is our first time using it. We just want to make sure everything's okay for audio purposes. So it's a learning curve for the both of us.
So
But
cute.
holy shit. Okay.
I know.
So let's take it back from the top. So Aritzia, guys, is a retail store. How would you describe Aritzia?
Aritzia, I feel like it's it's trendy business casual clothes.
Yeah.
And just it's pretty popular. I feel like here. It's very
It's a Canadian brand.
It's Canadian, yeah.
Yeah.
It's high quality clothes though. It's not your it's not like Zara or anything. It's definitely
Right.
higher price point, and it's good quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very simple stuff. They're not they don't have a ton of patterns or anything like that, but just
classy vibes.
yeah, exactly. If you're looking for basics, if you're looking for work clothes, Aristia's your go-to.
Yeah. So we'll go into the different brands too, because there's okay. So for example, we both were sellers for Aritzia, even though our interviews were very different.
Yeah.
Going to my interview for Aritzia at Century City, that was the location we worked at together. First of all, the Century City Mall, if you guys are familiar with that location, gorgeous, beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's
luxe.
amazing.
And I was in my junior year of college. Well, I guess I'm redoing my junior year too. Whatever, it doesn't matter if my transfers credits and go through. But I it just finished rush or actually it was in the middle of rushing, and I got the interview, and I was like, okay, God, I look really cutesy, very business type of vibe. And I chatted. I don't think we can say names.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
not.
but I chatted with the store manager, and she we're both Korean, so I think she we gelled because of that. But I basically was very aware that I was going to be a seller, and I was like, listen, I love clothes, I love fashion, I'm very familiar with the brand. We're wearing Aritzia today.
Yes, we are.
We coordinated.
I know, we got the TNA
chill
top
yes.
and the A Goldie pant, low slung baggy. I think that's what they're called.
The most popular ones too. Yeah.
They're so comfy.
No, they look good on you. I'm not wearing an Aritzia top, but I am wearing the Aritzia TNA chill bottoms in
so
cheeky
comfy.
jazz blue. Okay, so being a seller, going back to the point. Yeah, I love making people feel comfortable in the clothes and everything. And it's also not just for women, it is pretty unisex. But me as if I'm a seller right now. That's crazy. But here are the different brands. There's Wilfred, TNA, there's Babaton, Sunday Best. And then there's Levi's and the Golden.
Oh yeah, the Golden. And then they had their own brand of stuff. The Effortless pants is their own brand.
Yes, Effortless pants. It was just their best seller.
Arizia's
brand. And the contour tops are all going to be
or
Aritzia.
Yeah.
And their sweat fleeces now are officially Aritzia. It's very interesting. We kind
is.
of saw that huge change happening too.
Right.
And you'd have to take these modules and these quizzes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
But our managers, well, okay. Which one? Okay, I liked them.
Yeah,
Maybe other people have different experiences.
Right. I don't want to sit here and discredit anybody who's had a bad experience, because that's totally valid.
True.
But for me personally, I've had good experiences with the managers there. They're all they're honestly pretty chill. I've definitely heard about other Aritzia stores who didn't have the greatest managers. Can't really speak on that, but I've just heard they're not I don't know, they're just not the best, not the most.
So sorry, this is also moving. So I'm living on campus. So if you guys hear background noise, I apologize. I really hope the mic helps though.
It probably does.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, but I'm probably a huge nuisance right now because I've taken up the living space area. Y'all, I'm just trying to get my shit together. But anyways,
we needed this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I all the managers there were honestly pretty great. They were all very supportive, but
hardworking people, no matter what, whether you're working in the product management whether or not you're working in like
Selling,
selling,
cash.
service,
Yeah.
atelier, which is the dressing rooms. Like we also had to know the Aritzia vocab. Very,
Yes.
very strict and adamant about that. Like,
Yes,
that
the
was
elevating
crazy.
your
It was always
style.
about elevating your style. And then it was
Mhm.
like being a seller, which you're familiar with. It's
Mhm.
like when you go to the bar, which is basically where you put the client's clothes in, you have to basically write their name down or like let the person at the bar know like what client you have so that it doesn't get confusing. And we'll get into that more.
Right.
And then also they'll be like, okay, so I see that they have 2 items or something. Can you add like a blazer to that set or something? Or can you, find an accessory that they might like to try on, the whole
Yeah.
thing. As a customer myself, I do not really fuck with a lot of people being, you can take my clothes and like set me a dressing room. I appreciate that. But I do not appreciate when they add extra stuff for me to try on because I already am like, if I came in just to like look for shit, or a particular thing that I'm like, I need to try this on and I'm glad it's in store with my size, don't add stuff.
Yeah,
I don't even want to be in that dressing room.
because like one size I feel like doesn't fit all, and like their
Exactly.
style is probably gonna be a little bit different, and it's just
Right.
like I kind of know what I like and what I don't like,
And
and
then it's essentially pushing you to buy more stuff.
right, because if I
Right.
saw it, I would have added it. You know, I would have been holding it in my
Exactly.
hand. But I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. But that's like that's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to
Yeah.
add. So on the off chance that you see it right there in front of you, then you'll try it on. You'll be like, oh, actually, this looks really, really good together. So I'll just
Yeah.
go ahead and buy
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically like their whole concept. Like they just constantly. I don't know if you were here. They were
Yeah.
like, they brought other managers from other stores, like all
Yes, I
over.
do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it was like I said, the management styles are very different from store to store because
Oh
like
yeah.
seriously,
Oh
like they will
yeah.
push like there was a point where you couldn't put clothes down on the bar if you did not have at least like 3 or 4 added items to each piece. Like if
It's
you brought
crazy.
like a
It's
bunch of pants,
crazy.
are gonna be like, no, you need to get a belt going, you need to get a shirt going, like
Right.
like we got it.
Right.
You are not
Right.
allowed
You
to have
need a
this.
full on outfit,
Y-
literally.
yeah, and
I've helped a lot of different clients, whether it be for a trip to Cabo, for example, and they like want a linen set or whatever. Or, I've also helped out these teenage girls that are just looking for like Sunday best, like cutesy skirts and like graduation dresses. Graduation went
dude,
hard.
everybody like
And
white
it was always the
dress,
same dress that they all were gonna
little
wear.
white
It's
dress.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ew.
And then also like there was somebody who was like getting ready to go to Aspen, for example, so they wanted a lot of sweat sets and it was like more in the winter season.
Um,
So I was like, okay, like collecting all these different sweat sets for her and then what pants she kind of preferred over the other, which you wouldn't think. It's like there's mega fit, perfect fit, and
yeah, dude, it
boyfriend
took me a
fit.
minute to catch on to that.
Yes, yes. And then there's also with the contour tops, it'd be like new tube or long tube. If you
Oh my
guys are
god,
interested in this, probably not because it's so like, but it's just to show you guys like the little tiny
it's
details.
really specific.
And then on top of that, you're dealing with like, okay, so in retail, it's not just selling the clothes too. Like you have to close out a sale so that you get your
Oh
commission. Basically, I wasn't getting paid commission though.
yeah, no, you would essentially like the amount of clothes, like the what's it, like the amount you sold, like price wise, that like you would get that like how do I just
APH,
a
average per hour,
no, I think
and
it
then
was
selling per hour too.
SPH. Like you have to build
SPH,
up your
yeah.
SPH, like how much money you sold within the hour, and
It
that
was
would be
really
like how
competitive.
they. Yeah, exactly. No, it's
Yeah.
like if when people think of Aritzia, they think of like competitive because you
Yeah,
have to
that's
sell
true.
the most in
That's
order
true.
to like increase your SPH. Like that's how it worked,
Yeah.
and that's why they wanted you to add on clothes so badly because one top is literally like $80 and that can increase your SPH by I mean
Right.
just like
Right.
even like $100 is like really really good because I think like a really high SPH is like 1,000 or something like for the
For
day.
sure.
That
For
means you're
sure. For
selling
sure.
$1,000
For
per hour
sure.
on average. So like any little thing that you could like tack on that they were gonna buy was
Yeah.
good for you.
I'm
That's
pretty sure we both like got uh like the top seller once.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like she was so much better than
And
me at
then
selling. Like seriously, like for a good minute there, I just really didn't even like it. So I did not even like try because like I
she was
honestly
running the clothes back and
I
forth.
was
Yeah.
literally like doing all
Yeah.
the like the
It's a
running.
lot of cardio actually if you think about it.
I'm talking like I would take more steps at Disneyland in an 8 hour shift. I actually like I went back into my like
It's
iPhone
crazy.
steps log thing, and I actually took more steps at like or here in like or at Aritzia than I did at Disneyland
That's
for an
insane.
entire day. Like
That's
I
so
went from like
crazy.
8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And that's
Burning those calories
yeah,
for
it's like
your 10-minute break to gobble down your
yeah.
fucking Italy shit or whatever.
Literally, there's so
That's crazy. Guys, I didn't even have a car. I used public transportation. Oh, Lord, I will never be doing that again. The metro is actually, well, in Los Angeles, it's disgusting. Peace and
Hmm.
love. Sorry if you guys have to always take it. I'm sorry if that sounds like way too. Girl.
Yeah.
It's not, everyone knows LA public transportation sucks. It's not like New York with the subway,
Right.
where
No,
it's
it's definitely
normalized that everyone
different.
takes it.
No, and like
Also,
Europe, it's
LA's
like
so vast.
yeah, like no, Europe it's like very normal to take and it's actually clean. Like I've been like it's so clean.
Yeah,
Like everybody
yeah,
takes it like no matter who you are, but like here it's just dirty. I'm sorry. It's just a little
yeah.
dirty. I mean,
Also, Natasha and I are both college students, right? And we're working in this environment with other millennials. Sorry, like not to be like we're so Gen Z, but working with these millennials was crazy. Okay, so I enjoyed a lot of the coworkers that we had.
yeah.
Sure, there was like, a competitive nature, but I'm also in the industry, so I'm like used to
Right.
that. And I also was like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm going back to school. We have classes that we're focusing on,
I know.
finals
It was
that was
just
going
like a
on.
side job for us. For them, it was like their career. Like they
Yeah.
took it very, very seriously,
Well,
and that's
because
where
they
the
were actually making hella
okay, yeah,
commission.
that's true. Like they were like this was like what they wanted to do. Like they were probably
Yeah.
gonna build up from this. That's why they took it so
Yeah.
serious, and that
Yeah.
was really that's
Yeah.
why for the most part I feel like was competitive because everybody else who treated it kind of just like okay, like just a little job they
Right.
had, just just to make some like pocket money or something like that.
To
Like
pay rent?
to pay rent,
Yeah.
yeah, to pay
Yeah.
groceries, that kind of thing.
Literally.
They didn't take it like super seriously, but those people, like they made up the majority. Those people that take it seriously, they made up the
Yeah.
majority. So they
Yeah.
are going after those clients. They're going after those sales, and like honestly,
Mhm.
all due respect to them because this is their life, this is their career. So like
Yeah.
honestly,
But
what
we're just like college students and we're like, "Oh my god, like."
I know it's just like I'm sorry, like I can't get all these sales and so they definitely get like they'll definitely like they're not gonna get like mad at you or like punish
Wait,
you or
wait, what do you
anything.
call it when it's like but when you clock in and then we would have to meet up in the morning with
Oh, the
the
quick start?
yeah, the quick start. Oh my
Yeah.
god. When we would do our quick start, it was so iconic because there'd be moments where it's like the Avengers just got together because it was like all the top sellers and then there was me and it's like, "Okay, so I'm not going to make the best sales today, but whatever." Like I know that I can solve a good because when you're with good sellers, you just know you're going to have a good day.
Right.
I feel like you just know because they're so efficient.
They are. They're really quick with it and
Yeah.
whatever
And
like
if they were selling, it usually meant that I was on bar or it meant I was in service. So I
yeah.
was like, okay, I don't
I
have to sell as much.
really, bro, they didn't put me in there. No,
I
they
know they never did for
yeah, I know.
you.
Towards the end they did, but that's only because I was leaving. But like that's
Yeah.
literally only because I was leaving. But like no,
Yeah.
when I was there, they were like, no, you need to get like make up your SPH.
We
Like
wanted to be on service so
yeah, that
bad.
was I my
So bad.
second weekend, I was already like, can I like I just feel like I'll be more successful there. Because if
We
I'm
talked
in
to them about your interview process actually,
yeah,
because
bro,
it was different than
it
mine.
was definitely different. I remember I think I like applied on like a Sunday, got an interview on Tuesday, and then like by Thursday I was like
Mm.
in the interview. And like the interview was honestly pretty good. I remember it being like 40 minutes. And for
Mhm.
like background, I used to be an e-commerce manager, so for 2 years. And
She
I
got
had
that
yeah.
experience. Yeah.
Like it was very operations oriented, so there
Yeah.
was like I had experience with the cash register. I was dealing with like products all the time because like
Scheduling.
scheduling, yeah, exactly. So like and I had one job at a shoe store on Rodeo and it was Sam Edelman. And what's it called, it was I think it was like 3 months, and I'm not even kidding, this interview was 40 minutes. 30 of those 40 minutes we were talking about that first job, the manager job, that I was like very like I was just very operations oriented, and I was just like going through how that was because it was during COVID and it was crazy and I had to, and all that. So, and then we talked for maybe a minute or 2 minutes about my sales job. And to be honest, when you apply to Aritzia, you put in all your information, but you also tell them what position you're interested in
Right,
because
exactly. I
there's
put
four.
selling, but you
Real,
didn't.
no, I didn't. In
You
fact,
didn't.
there's four positions. You could
Yeah.
be inventory, you could be merchandising, you could be what's it called, service counter, or you could be style advisor. That's like the official name.
Style advisor is like for the selling,
Yeah,
like
for this.
sales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I put the rest of the three. I was okay with doing merchandising and inventory
You
and
would have
like
been so good at it.
right.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
literally would have been, and I've done it like a few times whenever they needed someone. And I feel like a
Wait,
lot of.
what was it? Sorry, I keep interrupting. What,
But,
what was it when they would check our rooms that we were assigned? We'd also get assigned rooms to
mm, to
fix.
like yeah to clean up, to zhuzh up as they would say, to like make all the clothes look really really nice,
What
and
was
to
that called?
Oh, section checks?
Yes, section checks. She was the best at her section check, but that's also because she was good at product
Yeah, no,
management.
literally. And like I would literally sometimes like reorganize something if it really just didn't look good. Like
Exactly.
I really, really tried, and I feel like I was trying to make a point that I was like really good at that by like kind of focusing on that more than I was selling.
Yeah.
But then the only thing they'd come at me was, oh, like you need to be better at your selling. Which, you know, from a manager perspective, like I
You
understand that.
got it.
But
yeah.
and you know what? I ended up getting the job for the style advisor, which in like when I like at the time I was thinking like, oh, okay, like that's probably the job you need first in order to move into a different department. I
Right.
don't
That's
know. Like,
usually how it goes.
yeah, like for
Yeah.
some job, you can't just become. I don't know. That's just kind of what was going through my mind. So I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm not just gonna go off the bat and be like, you know what, selling actually isn't really my thing. I'm not gonna be like that kind of employee.
You
Like
tried. You
first,
really did put that effort in.
right? Like I
Yeah.
tried them, and here's the thing: I've done a selling job before, and I wasn't very good at it. Like it's just I feel like selling, you just
You
need
have to
to
be
have.
aggressive.
Yeah,
You could be
need to.
very extroverted.
You really, really do, and I can be. It's very forceful, and I feel like you
It's
can
so
see it's
fake too.
forced. Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
is.
No,
It
sometimes
is.
it's really fake.
The
No,
item lookups we had to do too at the time, and then you have like multiple clients at the same time. Sometimes there's like clothing mix-ups. The weekends would get
oh
so
my
packed.
god, don't even get
Oh
me
my god,
started.
I think I blew in the mic. Oops. But also like the peak hours,
Oh yeah, they would tell
crazy
us when the peak
lines.
hours were, and
Yeah,
they would be like, okay, so from like 1 to 6, it's gonna be
because
like
we
really
couldn't go on
crazy.
our breaks during peak hours.
Really?
No.
I
Or like
didn't.
if you did, like, because you had to go on your 30, obviously they're gonna
They're gonna
prioritize
send you,
that.
but I
Yeah.
never took it. I never took tens, especially when I was really trying to sell. I feel like if I took a 10, like first of all,
Girl, bitches were taking
yeah,
15s. You know who you are. But no shade. Like, you guys were getting, like, we were all getting worked to the bone.
right. No, because like the thing, like the point, like whenever you go in, you're immediately getting clients, and when you're finished with clients, you have to get a whole new batch of clients. So as your clients are like in the dressing room,
Hmm.
your job is to go get more clients and like
Check on them
and
too.
also check on them and bring them sizes, new clothes, like
Right.
whatever. So
Yeah.
like you're just constantly like in a cycle of getting new clients, you know, closing them
Yeah.
out, getting new clients, closing them out.
They don't like something, you got to find something to replace that so they can buy something.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just, and so like
When they come out with, okay, so they would come in with like 15 items, come out with nothing. What
literally.
a waste.
No, seriously, I've
Sorry.
actually seen like one girl I remember. She like literally, she was like, "This isn't like she was gonna buy like a bunch of outfits for her like bridal shower or something like that." And
Yeah.
she literally like she was like, "Oh well, these pants are just too short." And I'm like, "These are like they were like the tall versions too." I'm like, okay."
Okay, so nothing's gonna work here for you then,
And
babes.
she literally, we even set up like a whole private suite for her because she had so many
Wait, so there's
things.
the atelier, and then in the atelier, there's like this big room that has the mirror that everyone loves, and then
Oh my god,
what's it called, the PSA or
yeah, the
what?
PSA,
Yes,
dude.
those are PPG was there
They
from
were
Love
there!
Island. They were in there.
I
Okay,
was so, I literally saw that and I was like,
I've
no,
never
it
had
was
the biggest
sun.
FOMO in my life.
I literally, it was the Sunday after I left. The Sunday
Yeah.
after my left, they were there. I mean, I wouldn't work on Sundays, but they were there. And
What I
was
would
like,
give to see Janae and just see her smile in person because her teeth are so fucking white.
I know. Oh my god. I know. And I was just like,
So
no way.
iconic.
They like set up like they had like little I like looked into the
No,
video.
they
had
were
like little.
treated well as they should.
Yeah, I know.
Icons.
I was
Oh my
like,
God.
wow. Oh my god. I was like, oh. I mean, I wouldn't have been there anyway. But
To
still,
even get a photo with them. Actually, I feel like if I got a photo with them, I'd feel so bad about myself.
Oh
They're
my
all
god, they're gorgeous.
gorgeous.
No, I was so jelly. I was like, no way. But it's okay. It's okay.
You meet a lot of influencers at Aritzia.
No, it's
And
not even a joke.
okay, so sorry to interrupt you. Fuck. Okay, Remy Ashton is a YouTuber I've referenced before. I met her in person. I cried in front of her. Like, I literally cried. Everyone was looking at me like, oh my God, is this girl okay? Because you're not supposed to be like, oh, like I watch your videos or whatever. You have to be like
Right.
low key. I'm not low key though. And I was like, no, because I genuinely was crying in front of her and I was like, you're just like so amazing. Because she is a YouTuber that I watched growing up.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, during like quarantine, you were my favorite influencer at the like to watch. And then, you know, I know so much. The parasocial relationships very real. And I was like, I know who your fiance is. I'm so excited for you guys to get married. And she's trying on wedding dresses now currently. It's so crazy to like see the whole journey. And I told her, I was like, you are so amazing for the Asian American representation. Like, thank you so much. And yeah, she was so sweet. She was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Like, you don't need to cry. And I was like, no, but this means so much.
Oh.
And she was like, your lashes are so long. What do you use?
Oh my god.
Grande lash.
Was that any good? I look, you want to try
Oh
it.
yeah, get on it. It
Really?
works.
I know
Yeah,
they
I
have like
recently did an eyelash lift from Amazon, and like that's why my lashes are
no.
so curled right
I was
now.
literally gonna say because like I know they have the mascara that it has the
I don't
lash
use
serum
that.
infused in it, but then there's also the serum with the little
The
brush. Like
serum is everything. Get on top of
really,
it.
I
Yeah,
need to get that
yeah.
because
It's
that's a
pricey, but it's good, and I've had it
yeah.
for
No.
longer than a year, I think.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it's
Yeah,
like worth it. I feel like you're getting
yeah,
the bang for your buck.
yeah, yeah.
No, but you definitely do meet a lot. I feel like I saw a lot of influencers or like TikTokers that I've like I recognize them because I've seen them so much on like TikTok or something. Some of them I
Right.
used to follow, and then I don't know what happened to them. I remember honestly one of the first encounters I remember with you was when you
What?
like pulled me aside. You were like, "Oh, did you know that's I think her name is Erica Titus if I'm not wrong."
Yes,
She
yes, the
literally
Titus sisters.
yeah, she's like,
Yes,
"Do you
they
know who
both were
that is?" And I
there.
was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
"Wait,
yeah,
who
yeah,
is that?"
yeah,
And
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, that's Erica." I was like, "No way." I was
Paige Taylor too. I think that's her name. The one who's like was in a hype house
yeah, I
or
was gonna say she's
something.
part of the Hype House, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
she
yeah. She was
was.
there. I saw her, recognized her right away. Saw the Weeknd's girlfriend
Oh yeah.
and her twin sister.
Oh, they're sisters?
Yeah, they're
Oh
twins.
my god. No way. Dude, someone told me Jessica Alba was there one day that I wasn't there. I was like,
Fuck. You know who else was there? I believe that. And then another actress was there. Amy Adams.
stop.
Yeah, Amy Adams. Amy Adams.
When was she there?
A while ago, but she was shopping with her daughter. Stevie Wonder also was there shopping
Bro,
for his daughter or granddaughter,
no
I
way. I
believe.
heard Matthew McConaughey's son was there one time with his girlfriend.
Maybe,
I don't know. I kind
maybe.
of heard that through the
Every
grapevine.
time we see a man enter Aritzia, he's either shopping with his girlfriend, so they go on the boyfriend couch, or he's a gay man. So, and I honestly really appreciated that working with a lot of women, and especially POC women. Thank the Lord, and then also gay men.
Oh yeah.
It was the safest work environment I've ever been in because I've been in the food industry. Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. I feel like from industry to industry, it's definitely different. But they were so fun. Oh my
Yeah,
god, they
yeah.
definitely made it very like actually like enjoyable to
Yeah,
be there,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
especially when it
yeah.
was just kind of a
Yeah,
bleh day,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, when you first arrive, you're like you feel very like the new girl basically,
Yeah.
and it can be intimidating because all these girls are like
No, they're
models.
actually models. Yeah, like
Gorgina.
on top, like if they're like
Like
they're
even if they were like maybe a bitch, it's like, but you can't clock that face. They're
yeah,
hot.
they're honestly
Yeah.
like everybody at our store, like they were
Gorgeous. I
gorgeous.
know.
I'm not even kidding. Like y'all should go to Century City.
I had to
The
I
most
was like, "Oh
beautiful
my god,
girls.
like getting ready for work, I have to look good."
Yeah,
Oh,
presentation is everything when it comes
yeah.
to Aritzia. They will tell you if
It
you're
affects
not.
your sales too.
It definitely does, especially like if you're. It's like definitely easier to sell if you're wearing Aritzia stuff because they can see it on a person.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the expectation is to like look very polished, very put together,
Yeah.
and like you can't really just have like a kind of simple casual outfit.
No. They'll
You
clock you for that.
yeah, they definitely will. Like they'll be like, okay, like that's like we want to represent the brand. Like like they really think this stuff down to a T. Like everything,
Yeah.
all like the decor. Like I think I've heard they had like a personal or like someone specific to come and design the
I
store,
can see
like an
that. Yeah, I can
architect or
see
I don't know
that.
something like interior
Yeah.
designer or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
So
remember when people were buying the dogs? So like
oh
there was
my
like what do you call
god,
that? The decoration, the
yeah,
store
in the window,
decoration. Yeah, in the windows.
that was we would get so many phone
Phone
calls
calls.
for
Yeah.
those
They would
dogs.
hold on.
Dogs.
Like they yeah. They were like, "Can you keep it on hold for me?" I was like, "I think five other people want it. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry."
no, I think they were going like online like for $100.
Yeah,
But I
that
don't know what
also got
happened to
into our
that.
sales too. If you sold
Yeah.
that, that was
No
crazy.
way.
Yeah,
No. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Those like everybody wanted those dogs. It was actually insane.
that was
They were so cute
funny.
though.
That was so funny.
Yeah, we ended up just having like one side of the window for the dogs and the other side was like
Real.
neon lights or something.
Yeah, yeah, real. Um, okay, also, this is really important. Every individual who was working at Aritzia was also treated so drastically different. I really cannot stress that enough because there are some people that were like super top sellers, but like, and you would think that they would have the bestest treatment, but sometimes they just didn't compared to
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, like when they were like learning or like in like the past, like when they were learning how to sell and stuff like that or
No, like established. Yeah.
oh. Yeah, no, I feel like every like it kind of depends on when
There's
you
always a favorite. I think we're thinking of the same person.
yeah, no, 100%. No,
Yeah.
because like some people have been there for a long time and they've been like they're like pretty like
They
they're
were good.
very
Yeah, yeah. Those one girl, she's really good at her
yeah.
job. Don't get me wrong,
Oh
but
yeah.
nobody liked her.
N-
Her.
No, I just
She was
and
kind of vicious.
no, but they were like good in with the managers. Like I feel like
Yeah, but like she would never do her section checks. She would never run. It was
yeah.
hard. She would never help out on service.
Oh yeah,
But
because
it's
but they wanted her to sell.
and that's all she did, and she was really great at it.
Yeah, no, she was really
Yeah,
good at it. Like you
really
can't even
good.
like say anything about her selling. Her selling was very much like top, like
Yeah,
very very
she
good.
knew the clothes so well too, and
Yeah,
how to
no, I was
describe it. And
yeah.
she would see a client and know exactly what they would buy too.
I know. Like
Kind of
sometimes I
crazy.
try to
That's a
watch her and be
superpower.
like, "Oh my god, like what are you doing?" Because I
Yeah,
don't even know how I'm like I don't. And here's the thing, she like it's definitely hard because you will not. It's not just one client you're focusing on, or even two. Like oh, if I'm not
you're
catering to one,
multitasking.
yeah, you need to be like we're talking like five. Like five for me was a lot. Like that was a lot because like there could be like three in the dressing room that you need to be like
Yeah,
individually
yeah.
personalized like a shopping experience for them. Like you need to be
Yeah, your
grabbing them stuff.
personalized sales assistant.
Exactly, and this girl
Crazy,
would literally have, like,
crazy.
10 clients at a time and be like, "Oh my god," like and she would keep track of them. It's not like the
Yeah,
one would be
yeah.
lost, but definitely I feel like the people, like, who worked, like, in the front or, like, the managers, they would also be the second pair of eyes that would be like, "Oh, that's so and so's client,
Yeah,
like, don't
yeah.
forget that," 'cause, like, it would be reflected in your sales.
Morning shifts are also so different than closing
Oh,
shifts.
yeah.
I mean, you can imagine, but closing, oh my god, that would take forever.
Yeah, no, 'cause the store has to look pristine before we can step foot out of there. Like,
Yeah.
it was
Our product managers were bomb though. No
yeah.
complaints. Like so sweet, genuine people and like real. So much love.
Yeah, no, they were really chill. Like they're like the people who like whenever you're about to leave or like if you leave like midday, like you
Mhm,
have to get your section checked by
mhm.
someone in product. Like they have to go through all the clothes, like make sure it's sized, like
Sorted.
yeah, sorted, like like the right
Yeah.
items are with the right items, like their size and everything like
Oh
that.
wait, there was one product manager who was kind of scary though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah.
you guys didn't see that. She was just kind of mean,
Yeah,
but she
no.
was known for that though. Just
Ye
whatever.
honestly, I feel like sometimes I caught like, on like, if let's say, like, 100% of our interactions, like, I would say, like, there was maybe 2% of them that were, like, okay. Like, that wasn't, like, overly enthusiastic,
Yeah.
but 98% of them, she was just kind of, like, whatever, like, gives you actually, like, negative emotion. It's actually not
Yeah.
even funny. Like, I'm
No,
not even
I
exaggerating.
agree. I agree.
And
It's like,
everybody
damn.
but she was, like, cool with, like, certain people. Like,
She
I
had favorites. Favorites.
100%
Yeah.
because she would, like,
Yeah.
literally, like, be, like, so, like, just, like, no emotion to
Glared
me.
at you
2 minutes later, she's like, "Oh
like
my god, haha," like, laughing with someone. I was like, "Okay, so I guess
yeah.
they know her. They're,
Yeah.
like, tight like that."
Whatever.
But it's okay.
Honestly, like yeah, whatever. It was stupid. The work drama that we would have, so stupid, but literally it would always be like, "Well, that's my client, right?" Like blah blah blah.
Oh,
Like, and you know what? It's funny because you can laugh about it with other people. And I genuinely was like, just take a client. I would also be somebody who's like, hey, there's a person who I just started a room with, but you can take them as a client because I didn't want to do that much work, y'all. Truly, if I wasn't getting paid commission, why should I care?
yeah, no, there would definitely be times, like, I feel like I was only there from, like, April, May, June, like, 3 little
We did not last long.
no,
We
I
did
no,
not
she were there
not.
longer than me. I
Yeah,
feel
but that was like for a semester.
yeah, no, I was there for like 3-ish months and I feel like I didn't want to get into like work drama, but like there were
Right.
just definitely times where if I had any conflict with anybody, it would have been like,
HR,
"Oh,
HR.
yeah." That would have been like, "Oh, that was my sale." Like that was my like the payment had already gone through, like the number like the sale went under my name, and then they'll be like, "Oh, like that was my sale." And then I would be like, "Oh, well." And listen, I
Let me
wasn't
make it up to you. I'll give you somebody else as a
right.
client.
No, I
Crazy.
literally like there were times where I'm like, oh, I just didn't know. And here's the thing, wasn't like I was actively like stealing their client. Like
There
genuine,
are people that will.
there, yeah,
There are people
they
that
will
will.
steal your
Don't get
client.
it twisted. But for the majority, because we're also like, we were new. So it's kind of like you're trying to figure it out at the same time. And
Yeah, no, and
it's never that deep.
I know, and I really like again, like I am so not the argumentative, confrontational type
I
of
am.
person. I am so not. I'm so bad at it. So there was times like okay, like if I really like that day, I like really cared about myself. I would have been like, oh, like well, I did pick up this client first, and like I said, I didn't never stole anybody's clients. I genuinely,
Hmm.
wholeheartedly thought
No, you
that they were
didn't.
my clients,
Right.
and like I guess I maybe like I don't know like
It's also like
communication
a
didn't
communication thing. Yeah,
right,
for sure.
exactly. So like
Yeah.
maybe like the client didn't like say like, "Oh, I already had stuff set aside." Like maybe she didn't say that because then I
Yeah.
would have just signed up her name like anyway. But like
Mhm.
anyway, like like that's as conflict as I got, like with anybody,
Or
like
some
cool.
like multiple clients had the same name. That was also kind
Oh
of tricky. Or
yeah.
like there was a mother daughter,
Oh
so
yeah, the mother.
MD. There,
Yeah.
like that's the other vocab you would have to learn. Or like, oh, they're friends. Oh
Yeah,
well, I
friend
have the
group.
other friend. Yeah, yeah,
Right. They
yeah,
would separate the sales for sure. So if it was
yeah.
like a mother, they had like
Service people were on their toes. Like they knew. They knew.
yeah, they
Yeah,
like they knew how to like separate it. So if it's like if me and her had like a mother daughter and the mother was paying, like
yeah,
I she would get the daughter, I would get the mother, and the sales would like be like separated.
yeah.
But like yeah, no, I feel like for me that's like as like drama-ish as it got. But there was definitely work drama for
Drama
sure.
for sure.
I
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
wasn't like very a part. I only heard like very like
I
little
just
parts
like
of it.
I don't know. Like that's crazy. I also just wanted to say that because I know we were like mostly just talking about Aritzia, but truly that obviously that's what we've bonded over. But also just because we're college students working, right? And then we both quit because we were stressed the hell
Yeah.
out.
No, it was
And
crazy
like trauma
stressful.
bonded, honestly. And
Yeah.
then because we're the only kind of the only ones that were similar in age. And then
There weren't a lot of people that went to school. Honestly, there weren't.
no,
I like I'm
no,
genuinely trying to think of someone else
no.
that went to school.
No. Yeah, so we just had different ambitions too. But I've never felt so seen. Like those coworkers that we worked with, they made me feel like I was so hardworking. They made me feel like I was like really good at my shit. Like they were very encouraging actually.
Right.
Same with the managers. Like they were very encouraging. Y'all, I was sobbing when I left. I was sobbing. And when I did my whole farewell and everything, I bought everybody snacks and everything like that. Nobody bought me anything. They couldn't care enough. But for me it was just like I'm very very grateful for this work experience. Like
Yeah,
genuinely.
honestly, like here's the thing. I will
We
say
did that was different for you though.
no, I like I don't know. I feel like I wasn't like there long enough to like have like super super close connections with like a lot of different people. I think like you're pretty much like you're like the closest person I had. There's definitely some other
Yeah.
people that I'm like definitely
Well, I'm
cool with.
also like a yapper. A yapper.
She's so fun to get along. Every time I had a shift with her, I literally look for her name in the schedule and be like, oh my god, am I working with her? Even if it was just for a few hours, I was
Same,
like,
same, same,
God
same.
bless.
Ditto.
No, but like I will say, like everybody there would I don't like really have anything very negative to say about anybody. Everybody like all of the
Yeah.
coworkers were
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
supportive. Like if you genuinely needed help,
Yeah,
they
they
would
got
actually
you. They
they
got
will help
you.
you. They like set you like pull you aside, be like, hey, do you need anything? Like, can I help you with something? Like, even if they had like, there definitely been situations where it's like the top seller type people, they'd be like, hey, like, do you need me to help you? Like, let me help you
Yeah.
get a client at the very least.
Or like I can help you with your section. Or it would also be like you can take your time before me. Like I totally get it. Even the managers were also like that. They were like, I think you need to take your time because you like dealt with a shitty client or something.
Right.
And they
Yeah, no,
saw it and
exactly.
they
They
got it.
they take note of that. They're very, very
Yeah.
supportive. Like I will
Yeah.
say that. Like, yeah.
They're like the managers are like your therapists. They're like your emotional support. Because if there were also drama, you go straight and talk to them about it, and they like get you. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I like
yeah,
everybody there was so sweet. I just feel like for me personally, it was just the position itself. Had I had another position, I
yeah.
feel like I would have like
Actually,
yeah,
like
enjoyed it more
yeah,
because it was just something where it was just like even like a 5 or 6 hour shift was just very very long and I was just like
taxing,
yeah yeah exactly. But like when they put me
exhausting.
somewhere else I'd be like oh okay great like that time would just go by very fast
Yeah.
but like just the selling just wasn't for me. And here's the thing, in order to move to a different position you needed to excel at the position you're currently at, and the only way you can do
Mm,
that is to get your SPH up, your sales per hour. And I really like as much as I tried, I couldn't because I would have good days. And let me be frank, my good days would be days where there weren't a lot of top sellers. There was
right,
I remember
right,
I actually did
right.
get $1,000 SPH, but that was only because there was literally no
No
other
one.
top seller there.
That's
There was just like
crazy.
the new people. And
Yeah,
I was like out of like most of them, like there were maybe like one or two people that were like they had been there longer than me. But that's
yeah.
it. But the thing is
Also, so many people quit at our
oh
location.
my god, I
So
totally
many
forgot.
people
There was
quit.
like a month, 2 months time
That
where
was
literally
crazy.
every week I'd be like, "Oh my god, who quit this week?" It was
Yeah. Which tells you
crazy.
a lot about who's in charge.
Yeah. No, I remember one of my coworkers who worked there, like our coworker, she was like literally it's from the top down. Like that's something she would say to me a lot. And like it definitely is. I don't know a lot of the reason why those people quit. I know some of them and there's some I
Also
don't know.
just like out of transition because they were like they've worked there enough, so they were like, yeah,
Yeah.
let me move onto other things, and like
Yeah, they were
very
kind of
much
over it.
transitional for us as well because we are getting more into our adulthood and we know that we don't want to continue with retail.
Yeah, exactly. And plus,
Like
I'm
professionally, we have other
yeah,
bigger things ahead of
exactly. And
us.
is this job, because you have to really be on. Like
Yeah.
you can't like sit
Yeah.
there and like kind of just be quiet. Like
Yeah.
this is that kind of job where you need like when you clock in,
It's like a
you need to be like
performance. It's like a freaking
literally
performance.
really.
Which is, and it's so funny because one of my Vape managers told me that she was like, "This is you know you're an actor, you do acting. This shouldn't be new to you. Like, get your head in the game and play the game."
Yeah,
I was
and
like, "Damn."
yeah, cuz and it's just it's a lot of work. For sure it's a performance, and especially cuz I feel like one of the things is you kind of have to tone yourself to each client's personality. You
Yes, yes,
definitely, because
mirror them.
you
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you need to get them to, like, I don't know, bond with you in some way, so you gain their trust. So when you say, "Oh, I think this dress would look great on you," they will be like, "Oh yeah,
They
maybe it
trust
does."
you.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just be like, "Hey, like, how's it going? Like, can I take your clothes?" Like that, you're not really creating any sort of connection. You need to create
Yeah,
that
yeah.
connection
I
first.
follow some of them.
Oh really?
Yeah, on Instagram.
No
Yeah, we just
way.
like clicked, and I was like, "Hey, girl." Yeah, I see their post, and I'm like, "Work,
Yeah, I no, it
work."
was there was definitely a lot of fun clients where it was just like, "Oh
Yeah, I'd
wow,
have
I
my
actually
favorite
got to know."
clients and
Yeah,
like my
exactly.
go-tos. Yeah.
But, you definitely needed to get to know them. They have this thing called PPLP, like, I don't know if you remember, it was like,
Yes.
what's their purpose? Like, what's their reason for shopping? What's, some performance?
Preference.
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 Like, what do they like? What do they not like? What's their lifestyle? Like, what are they like, what's
Yeah.
their job? Like, like,
The
that sort of.
other lingo would be like, "Do you have the A? Like, do you have the learn?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like you definitely they always want you to get to know the client first, for sure. Like
Yeah.
first
They
and
do
foremost, like before
emphasize
you
like
even
build that
take.
relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was just something that we always had to do, and
Yeah.
to do that, you really, really needed to like try to get to. You kind of
You're
had to.
putting all your energy in a person that you just met
Yeah, exactly. And you needed to like kind of get to their level. You kind
and
of
see
had
if you guys are compatible, honestly.
exactly. Like it literally the performance. Like you had to like
Yeah.
kind of twist your own. You have to like get to know them. You have to talk. Just get them to like you. Essentially, try
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
them your friend.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's what you had to do. And that was a lot of work because you are catering to so many different personalities. I don't even know how many people we would talk to in a day. Like what? Like
I met so
50,
many people, but I
60.
ate that up. I love meeting
I
people.
feel like
I
I would
do.
honestly just talk a lot with the person, like
You
with the client.
did. You did.
No,
You did. You
literally,
did. You
I'm
did.
not even kidding. Just to kind of like kill a little bit more time, not to sell,
Real.
because
Same. Same.
and here's the thing, it was literally no secret. I think I expressed to every single
Yeah, I
manager.
know. I come in and be like, guys, Natasha looks so miserable.
No,
I
I
know.
literally was pretty frank about that. Like I was like, listen, I
Yeah.
just don't think selling's my thing. Like I really
But
like.
your needs also weren't being heard.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
I just like,
You
and
have better potential for other
right,
areas.
and here's
Yeah.
the thing, it's like, "Oh, it won't go through the system if, like, if we change your position," like, it would, like, I understand, like, there's rules and there's, like, a procedure that all these managers follow, but at the same time, it's like, in order to have, like, a well-functioning, like, store where everybody is doing exactly what they need to be doing and everything moves seamlessly, as they would always say, you need to, like, make sure every person is, like, fit for that position with so, like, you are literally like utilizing them, like maximizing their like in the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
And if like
Completely.
here's the thing, you were literally like you put me in a position where it's just kind of like, or I guess I don't know. The position I got was just one where it's like I'm like 20% good at like F
Yeah.
material, like
Yeah.
not good. If I
Yeah.
had been somewhere else, I feel like I would have performed so much better. Maybe I would have
Agreed.
stayed longer. I don't know. It was just way
Well,
too much for me. It took a lot out
yeah.
of me.
Yeah.
It was just too much. That's like one of the big reasons I left, because it was just like I really.
Yeah. So now we're currently unemployed.
Yeah.
I will say over the summer, I picked up a different job and it was genuinely just to grab fast cash. And it was at Sweet Green. And I was just making salads. It was never that
But that was good
serious.
that you got a job before you left. She got a job like
Well, I'm being
literally,
okay.
like
So
it overlapped.
y'all, this is like the real, if you're gonna watch this shit for anything, let me give you the real tea. If you're actually working in the food industry, at least you are getting and receiving tips. Tips make a huge difference, especially when you're living in a metropolitan city. Like your tips are usually going to be good.
Yeah.
Um versus like if it was like a suburban area or whatever. And then another thing was that I didn't have to care about what I looked like.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
have to care.
No, that was a lot because let's just
Uniform.
say I a shift could have been like 4 to 10. It takes me about
Yeah.
an hour to get there, an hour to like or like within that hour it takes me to get there. I'm parking like and you have
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
walk to the store itself.
Mentally prepare yourself too.
Right,
Mentally prepare yourself.
right.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. And it's like 4 to 10. That's a 6 hour shift. It's not
Yeah.
too bad, but so like but I'd have to A, mentally prepare, like she said, and B, you'd have to get ready. Like you would have to get ready, hair
Mhm.
done, makeup
Mhm.
done,
Mhm.
outfit.
Glamour.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
needed to look the part. And listen, that's in the job description.
And you know
It
what?
was just a lot
Fuck
though.
those bitches that like they're so pretty. They didn't even have to wear makeup because they would look
I
that good
know. They
naturally.
would look so pretty. Like they would
Yeah.
literally just put like on a sweatshirt. I'd be like, oh my god.
Models.
No, they were
Models.
actually
Models.
models.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, if I wore sweatset, it would just kind of be like, oh, she rolled out of bed and came to Aritzia. Like, no, you
That
cannot
was
look like
crazy.
that. No, seriously, I
Crazy.
think in the time that I worked there, I think I wore like a sweats like twice, but that was only for like 3 hour
Okay,
shifts.
I got a project like that I'm working on a Spanish project that my grades plummeted so badly. I genuinely failed a class because I was so busy with work and then like figuring out transportation. Then also I have so many like other projects that I'm working on, like presentations, maybe a group project, whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm working with other people's schedule as well, or like
Yeah. Like bless, I did not have to like school and
and like
Aritzia did.
sitting down to do papers and stuff like that.
No, I seriously, I don't know how you did it with school because I would
No.
come home and collapse.
Well, even the energy to go to my classes was hard to have and
Right.
maintain.
No, but like even before my shifts, I would just be so like it's not like I'd be mad or something. I would just be like really like just like I don't
You're
know,
just
just
not
very
looking forward to it,
yeah,
honestly.
honestly.
Yeah,
It's not like something I very much look forward to. And listen, I've
yeah.
had a job. I literally that first job, that the manager job, it
Because
wasn't
it's not like we're not hard workers either.
right.
Which a lot of people assume for Gen Z people. They're like, oh, like they're snowflakes, like okay, some of us sure, but at the end of the day, we clock in and we clock out. We know
Right.
what we're signing up for,
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was definitely what I will say about
and we have
Aritzia.
big ambitions too. Yeah, what
Yeah,
were you saying?
exactly. I was gonna say Aritzia, as like even though like looking back, it was just like not like the greatest like, work experience I've had.
It
I
was
will
fucking
say,
cool.
yeah, I will say that it came at a very good time for me because I feel like when I started the job, I was like I moved like out of my parents' place. Like this was
Yeah,
like the first time I'm living alone, and I feel like I didn't have a roommate or anything. Like I still don't.
yeah. You
But
live on. Yeah,
yeah, I live alone. So it's just like, and I was just like, I was just going to school, coming back, and just I don't know, just like I was just not being like super 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 social, especially since like moving from different environments. And, like I moved like 3 times last year. So
yeah.
it was a
A
lot of
lot.
like transition. I will say that this job like came at a time where it was just like okay, like you need to like go out there, like you need to start like being social, and this job is pretty much one of the most social jobs that I can possibly think of because for 8 straight hours you will be talking to people, you will be trying to get clients and essentially like trying to make them your friend. So it's just like it was a very like I feel like it was a good job for the time that I had it. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
yeah.
It kind of got me like out of that like funk of just not caring about like being like in my social life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, like there were times where I would come back home, back on campus, and it was like 10 something, and then I go out to a frat party.
no way.
Work hard, play hard, bitches. That's also
I
another life
love
tip for me
that.
or from me, but yeah.
No, that sounds fun though. Because it gives you something to look forward to after your
Yeah.
shift.
So for work currently, because we should migrate into like kind of like what we really want to do for work. I know for obviously like sure acting, but I also know I want to be more in the production side of it.
Yeah.
And so I do like I try my best to do some babysitting gigs or I really am hoping to do on like an on-campus job. I think that'll be good for us. It'll be just
Yeah.
more convenient. So if you're a college student, I would suggest that or I know there are some other girls too that are working at like a different department store, but they have a car. If you don't have a car, like I would suggest highly an on-campus job for
Yeah, no, I feel
sure.
like an on because you're already there for school,
Yeah,
obviously. So
tax
like
aren't included usually for like work study positions.
right, and it's just yeah, and you can write it on your resume, like, and plus you're like literally like after your class or before your
Yeah,
class, like just going for your shift, and it's like, and
yeah.
I don't think on campus jobs are like as like not excruciating, like you don't it doesn't
Yeah, it also
drain your energy.
depends because like a work study job could be like research or something. Like let's say you're a
Oh,
science major or something like that in
yeah,
STEM and then for other people it would be like an office job or even for like
Oh.
student housing or something, you could get into stuff like that. And then other people, it's going to be your usual, like, oh, I'm working at like the school's cafe or something like that, blah 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 blah, which is
Oh.
fine. But I think those jobs are a little bit more tough. But they usually will be pretty understanding of your school schedule
Yeah.
and your courses and
Yeah,
everything.
I definitely feel like at a lot of places. Like, listen, I was a manager once before. I did the scheduling for a lot of people. I will
Yeah,
say, like, I understand how a manager would feel like, oh,
it
you
can
have
be
to do.
overwhelming
Yeah, it can be kind of. It's like kind of annoying where it's just like,
because you have
okay,
to please everyone.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like they're like, "Oh, I have school Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, like from this time to this time." And I'm like, "Oh my god, like that's so much to like take into consideration because they could do a morning shift, they could do a late shift. I don't know."
Yeah,
And it's just like a lot. So definitely I feel like a lot of employers like, yeah, I feel like there's definitely going to be a little irritated about it, but
right.
like finding those jobs that they're very like easygoing with your school schedule and they will actually adhere to it,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
rare find.
yeah.
Definitely good jobs though. I think my boyfriend literally has a job where they're like, "Oh, you have school like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday." Like, no problem. Like we can definitely work around
Perfect.
that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But I
They're
feel like for
understanding about
my
that.
job, yeah, for my job, I'm looking for a job. Currently looking for a
Tell the people
job.
how they should like what job you're looking for, so that maybe potential hire.
Yeah, literally. No, I've done retail. I think this was my third retail job. I want to become like some sort of like I'm a business admin major, and I want to become some sort of like operations manager. I feel like I really, really excelled at that, and I feel like I was like I don't know, I was very organized about it, and I feel like
Yeah.
everything like moved pretty seamlessly whenever I was like conducting like everybody's tasks and what everybody should do at like a very like whatever. But
Mhm.
like, so I'm kind of looking for something that I can, you know, build to that or like go like I'm 100% okay paying my dues starting from the very rock bottom. I think that's like better for me if I do that
Mhm.
because like I just as you like go up you kind of
To build
understand.
seniority,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
And like I know I'm kind
That's
of being.
usually how it goes.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just, like, I feel like I'm being, like, kind of picky, but, like, also, like, I don't know, I just feel like
Where you work
few
matters. Where
yeah,
you work
yeah,
matters.
no, 100%, because like,
But
it
it's
can
hard to get
affect
a
your
job right now.
it really is.
Very.
I heard, like, I saw on TikTok, like, oh, people like, in September, there's gonna be, like, a surge of, like, new jobs that they're looking for because summer's, like, over. I don't know.
Who's to
Hopefully, that's true,
say?
crossing my fingers because 'cause I'm
Yeah,
still applying.
honestly, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But, like, yeah, knock on wood, seriously. But, like, I just kind of want something like that. I
Yeah.
don't really know if I don't really wanna do retail. I mean, if it's something that, again, that I can, like, build myself up from, I'm
Mhm.
100% willing to do it. And again, I'm, like, 100% okay with starting from the bottom, going up. But, like, I just wanna find something where it's going to help me in the future, like, again, for
Yes,
my
yes,
career because, like,
yes,
I feel
yes,
like
yes.
I'm
And
20.
in reference, she's 22, I'm 21, but this shit matters.
Yeah, no, it does because I'm finishing school. Like this is gonna be my last semester.
Mhm.
I will have a like degree by then. I do want to go to grad school. Like I need to figure that out. But like I
Yeah.
just feel like I don't know. This is like business is just kind of one of those like what's it called? Those places that you can like you. I don't. It's not like a doctor. Like you need to like have a
Yeah,
degree for
yeah,
business. Is
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
can
yeah,
move up. It is
yeah,
definitely possible
yeah,
for you to be making a decent salary. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah.
that's just kind of what I want to do. And I'm just like trying to look for that, especially on LinkedIn. Like I've heard, I'm not even kidding, like so many people have told me like LinkedIn, like make your
LinkedIn
LinkedIn
is
page.
the
So you need to
shit.
get
Yeah. You know
connections.
what's so crazy is USC takes LinkedIn so seriously, and
No,
I didn't get it, but now I get it.
no, a
Now
hundred.
I get
Like I
it.
feel like as they should because
Yeah,
like
I agree, right?
it's
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah.
I literally was talking to my boyfriend's mom actually. She works for that what's it called? Nature's Bakery, the fig bar.
Cute.
Yeah,
Okay,
so she was
cute.
literally telling me like she doesn't have a lot of say of who she hires. She's definitely hired people before, but that's like kind of more HR's kind of thing.
Right.
But she was literally saying like they definitely look at your LinkedIn. 100% like if you have connections because they'll be like, "Oh, okay, then this
Yeah.
person like this person
Yeah.
it just makes you seem more authentic and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
yeah
yeah.
making sure you write all of your skills like all of your jobs and like kind of detailing what you did in that job detailing what you did in school what classes
Like
have you
what
taken.
type of skill set you have,
Yeah,
right? And
exactly,
what you
like
can basically bring to the table as a new member.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah,
your LinkedIn page is like it's like you have your resume, but this is a whole it's like its own
yeah,
little entity. Like you
yeah,
need to make it very, very pristine. Still in the process of doing that. I feel like I've just been
yeah.
kind of
More
I've been really
valid.
lazy. I'll be 100% real with you guys. I've been really lazy.
I know. That's okay though. You also like have summer classes and
Yeah,
stuff, so that's
this summer has
valid.
been kicking my ass, but
Um yeah, and I just really appreciate our friendship because we actually we talk about everything, but like it is so nice to have a friendship where you talk about real shit, where you're like, oh my god, all this stuff that's piling on top of one another. It can be so overwhelming and scary, and
Right. But
but we all go through it.
yeah, I know. But another thing is like having a fresh perspective. Because I feel like our backgrounds aren't we're like different majors. Like we went to
Very different
complete,
personalities too.
yeah, like
Yeah,
different school. Like we're not
different style.
yeah.
No, it's true.
But like so it's always it's I really love having that fresh perspective. Like I want like that person to like be like the type of person to, like call me out or like say something that I hadn't even thought of for you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's like I get that a lot from you and I really appreciate that. Like I don't want someone who like goes or like kind of I feel like sometimes I do
I'm
that which I
too
really
real.
hate. Yeah, like I want that though. Like I
Yeah.
want someone
But
who's
you're also real, and I
real.
appreciate. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I'm
Yeah, you
like really
are.
trying to work on that because like before I feel like I was like kind of like the people pleaser type person. I don't really know
Oh
where
my
this came
god, no,
from.
I remember this. I remember this, and I remember we were talking about that too. So if
Yeah.
you're a people pleaser and you resonate with that, go find your friend, or go find a friend who's gonna help you bring that confrontational side of you. I think that's actually kind of like how our friendship started too, where I was like, you gotta stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself, blah 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 blah
Right.
blah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. I feel like no matter
We
who
both were
you are
supporting each other quitting.
yeah.
So
No, literally, we would
funny.
literally be like, "We're putting in our 2 weeks tomorrow, like,
Yeah,
together, we're going
yeah,
out together."
yeah.
No, seriously, I feel like no ma I always see, like, there's 100% a benefit to having a person who's going to, like, tell shit to your face. Like, I think
With
yeah,
love,
exactly.
yeah.
Because everybody, I feel like, needs that. Like, if you're like, here's the thing, I used to be that like, I don't know where this came from. I just don't wanna, like, disappoint like, if I have something, like, negative to say, but, like, negative in the way that it's
Just
gonna
want to be
help the other
polite.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I wanna be polite, exactly, but it's just, like, the other person's just gonna benefit so much more if you're being honest, and I just feel like that's just so much better, and I got that a lot from you, and I love people like that,
Yay!
seriously. Especially
Yay.
since it's, like, I feel like there were so many times where I'm just like, "Oh, shit, I didn't even think of that." Like, why? Like
A fresh, different perspective.
yeah,
It's
100
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Very grateful for that. And that's how I felt like, because after Aritzia, then it was Sweet Green for me, but I genuinely felt like I got along with a lot of different people. And I think when you're in a work environment where you're meeting a bunch of different type of people, I appreciate that because
Mm,
that's just real life. And you know what? Like, you think your coworkers give a fuck about you? I mean, well, sure. I mean, obviously we did, but
yeah.
like, it's eh, they're not your friends and they're not like your family, you know what I mean? So it's good to have like some good rapport so that you're not a loner. But if you are, like, that's just who you are, and it's just chill.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate working with like a lot of different people, like a lot of
Yeah,
different personalities because it just kind of
it
like
preps you for the
cause
future.
like you're gonna work somewhere one day and it's not just gonna all be like, oh, it's like your friend group, like everybody's personality is like
Yeah,
semi like the
yeah.
same or something like that. Like you're
No,
gonna be dealing with a lot of different people. So it's better earlier on to have that experience working with a lot of
yeah.
different people like who comes from different backgrounds, who
And
just
if you
different
don't get along with
experiences.
somebody, how can you reach a point where you guys can coexist and then it's chill?
Yeah.
That was also a learning curve for me as well because I used to be like very much like hot and cold or a bridge burner. And I was like, you know what? No, no more. Like,
Yeah.
it can fade and it doesn't have to be that big of a deal.
Yeah,
And
no, you
it's taught me so much for other relationships too.
really
Yeah,
yeah.
not just co working or not worker
Yeah, it just
relationships.
makes you be like a more easygoing person, and I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just it's better in real life because not every like you're not gonna ever like.
Well, one of her coworkers ended up being her boyfriend.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
No, literally,
they
that
say
worked
don't
out
fuck
very.
your coworkers, but I guess
Yeah. No,
it works out for some people. I
no,
will
they
say for
literally
some
like I've seen
people,
so many TikToks like don't get with your
it's the close
coworkers.
proximity. I'm telling you.
100%, 100%. It definitely like you just
I'm
bond.
not into actors though. No more.
No way.
Cannot do actors. No, I'm
Stop.
traumatized.
No, you definitely have to tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, I thought I did tell you. I was seeing this actor guy my fall semester last year. It was
What?
a friends with benefits situation, even though we weren't
Oh,
really that friends.
oh wait, I think I remember this. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, 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 yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
god.
And we like read lines together. Ew, I never want to do that again. And we're talking about like
Seriously?
what characters we think we're good as.
Oh, I wonder if
Ew.
like celebrity actors think this
I've
way. Like
also hooked up with a D-list celebrity on this couch.
oh my god. What? Wait, what is the point?
saw my Instagram and just like hit me up basically. Well, he saw my Instagram, liked an old photo of mine, a bikini photo, and I was like, oh, okay. And I already was like, I think I already followed him or something because I honestly was kind of a fan because he's hot and he's a good
Oh
actor.
my God. I love that for you.
Yeah, and then he came over and we actually hooked up on my birthday when I turned 21. My actual birthday.
Stop.
Crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good. I love that. That is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
funny. That's such a good story.
He's not the best hooker upper, but or
Ooh.
not the hooker. A hook upper. It was whatever.
It was okay.
I didn't have sex with him.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, no, there's some people which definitely like, okay, thank God.
I'll show
Like,
you a picture. Oh wait. Oh no, I'll show you a picture later. Actually, he's cute. And then yeah, but so after that, no more actors, right? And then that's when I started dabbling in the frontmen.
oh, that is its own separate.
That is its
like,
own category topic. Natasha knows all that tea for me. And let alone so our literally it's could not be so polarizing. Like you have your boyfriend who you met at work and like built a really good relationship with, even though it was also like do you want to talk about it?
Dude, that the way we got together was actually so crazy because
But
okay,
it's so real.
yeah, no, it definitely. We were like, I literally started in a grocery store on the day COVID was announced, and that day was like crazy insane. But anyway,
COVID relationships
no,
crazy.
seriously, it was because it's like you literally did not see anybody because there would be some parents that were like, I remember my friend, she literally, her mom or her like she was like, oh no, don't go near Natasha because she's like, she works at like Ralph's and that's the only place that's open, like she might have COVID, like da da da. Like
Oh my
I was
god.
no, because some people were like really
Oh my
conscious of that. I
god.
was like, okay, like so it's like a lot of people weren't seeing a lot of other people. So like when the grocery stores were literally one of the only places open, you guys bonded a lot because you spend so much time because we'd be working hours and hours and hours, like past 8 hour shift. Like
Yeah,
what
true.
8 hour
True,
shift?
true,
What
true,
is
true,
that?
true. Overtime.
Yeah, we were clocking in that overtime.
Mhm.
No, but like I met my boyfriend. Like at the time he wasn't my boyfriend, but I met him. We were both like baggers, like at the grocery store, and we kind of we like exchanged snaps, started talking, and
Ew.
that went on for like I want to say like a good like 3 or 4 weeks, and then literally like one day I just look on my Snap, and at the time Snap was like it would say pending, like when you
Right, right, right,
when
right,
you
right,
got
right, right,
blocked, it was like
right.
grayed out and it would say pending, and it was like pending. I was like, no
He
way.
blocked you.
No, literally, I was like, he blocked me, and I had literally zero clue why. I was like, why did he block me? There's no way. Like, we've been like, imagine you're talking nonstop to a guy, and
He blocks you out of
he
nowhere.
blocks you out of nowhere, and you guys work together. You literally work
Awkward.
together.
Awkward.
And I was literally, and at work, he'd be like so cold with me. If we like, sometimes we'd close together. Like, it would just be
Cry.
us two. And it was just like at the end of the night, there was like barely anybody else there. And
Yeah.
he'd be like, listen, I'm just going to leave early. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, no problem. He's like, are you good closing? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go. I was like,
Diva.
I was like,
Diva.
okay, like,
Diva. What's going on?
why?
Diva,
I
what's
was
going
like,
on?
I was, and here's the thing. I don't know why I never really asked why because I'm just like the kind of person like, okay, if you don't want to talk to me, like, whatever. I'm just not even gonna bother, like, further. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't care. So then later, it was like 3 or 4 months go by, and like at that point, we kind of got to like we were like okay with working with each other. Like it was like whatever. We didn't really talk that much. But like we were like still okay. Like we were like okay, like we're getting to a point where we're actually like kind of like here and there crack jokes, but like it wasn't like anything serious. And then one day, me and my friend, I used to literally go everywhere with her, literally everywhere, like all over LA, because that's literally all you could do, because everywhere was closed. We would just drive around
You're
LA.
bored out of your fucking mind.
Literally,
Yeah.
I would literally go to like 3 or 4 a.m. just driving around LA, and she was super cool. So it was just like, and then she was like, oh yeah, let's go to Chick-fil-A with the guy that I was talking to, and he blocked me. And I was just like, okay, sure, whatever. So we all went together, and then like I don't know, like I guess that was like kind of the first time we ever hung out outside of work. And so we kind of like bonded a little bit.
Vibes.
Like and then later that night, the same girl, the same friend, she was like, she calls me, she's like, Natasha, like, we need to hang out. Like, I need to see you. Something happened. I was just like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. She's like, I'm just really going through it right now and I need someone. And I was just like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Came over to her house, picked her up. We had like a good time, like, whatever. And like, I really never questioned it because she was just one of those people who always had something going on, you know? So
Drama.
at the time, yeah, so at the time, I was just like, okay, whatever. You know, and I had fun with her.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, literally, like, he asked me like a few like days later, he's like, hey, can I talk to you? And I was like, sure, yeah, what's up, like, what's up? And he's like, yeah, can we just like go out after work? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And then she calls me, my friend, she calls me, she's like, hey, Natasha, you want to hang out with somebody? I was like, no, I'm actually gonna go out with, you know, the guy. And she was like, wait, what, you're going out with him? And I was like, yeah, he asked me to hang out after, maybe grab a bite, I don't know. And she's like, no, Natasha, I need you tonight. Like, cancel that completely. Like, we need to hang out
Yeah,
tonight.
and she was a real one, and she actually did cancel.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, of course, no problem. Like, just like, don't worry, I'll cancel. We'll hang out tonight. And she was just like, okay, good. And that's why I called her. And I was like, hey, sorry, like, you know, something came up. I can't really hang out tonight. Maybe another day, whatever. And then literally we go out and we're hanging out, and she's like, hey, Natasha, I kind of need to tell you something. And I was like, what's up? And she's like, so me and him, like, we were kind of like hooking up, like, for it was all summer long. I was like, or like, yeah, I don't really know all the details of it, even
while he's like snapping you though.
Well, no, not at the time, he wasn't. But here's the thing, she knew, like, I'd known her from the start. She was like my first like friend there, and she knew that I really, like, I was snapping him a lot. And she's like, Leah, I just didn't tell you because I really thought you liked him, and like,
oh god,
so I just
hate when girls do that.
I was just like, and at the time, I really didn't like him. I was just like, it's cool, don't even. What? Yeah, I was like, it's cool, don't worry, don't be upset. I don't really like him.
You didn't do anything wrong, girl. Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine, and I was just like totally okay with it. Yeah. And then here's the thing. And then later on, I went to hang out with the guy, like, and he was like, yeah, and he wanted to be like very, like, honestly, kudos that he was like very mature about it. He was like, I just want to be 100% straight up with you right now. I was like with her, like, for like the past like X amount of months, I don't know, and I just wanted to tell you that before. And he's like, hey, listen, like, I like you, like, whenever we hung out, like,
communication.
It was like, yeah, he is very good at communication. So he was just like, I just want to be very straightforward with you. And I was just like, oh, that's so great, I'm so happy, but like, I'm sorry, like, I don't, like, I've had I had my fair share of with coworkers. Like, this I was like, I'm not doing this again. The same way you are with actors, I went through that multiple times. I was like, we are not doing this. I'm not doing this with a coworker again. Like, that just cannot happen. So I was like, that's so great, and I'm so sorry, but like, I was honest with him too. I was like, I don't really like you like that. Like, I'm sorry, but like, can we, like, I really want to be friends, because he was funny. He was like so fun at work. Like, whenever he was there, I was like, oh great, he's here. So like,
well, I'm sure he's funny. You're dating him.
Yeah. He was always such a good time. And like, and here's the thing, bro. And one thing is that I remember before she told me, one of my coworkers actually came up to me and he was like, oh, there's actually a new romance in the story. And I was like, oh, no way. What is it? And he was like, kept trying to keep it a secret. And he kept like coming up to me and giving me like random hints. I'm like, okay, bro, like, who is it? Like, you keep coming up to me and telling me like some like little little smidge about it. Like, just tell me who it is. And he's like, oh, it's like, and then he said them. I'm like, no way. No. And I was in such disbelief that I literally did not give a second thought about this. And then
you didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't care. Yeah. I was like, okay, bro. I didn't, because I literally thought I was like, he heard that somewhere. He's messing with me. Did not think about it. And then, like, I remember also during that time, I remember he once texted me, like, my boyfriend now, he had texted me, and he was like wanting to get some guy's number, like another coworker that was like low-key harassing my friend, like, and he was like, literally, it was actually
gonna fight someone.
No, so bad, like, that's crazy. That goes on so many levels. And she literally, and he was like, give me his number. And I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, because he's bothering her. And oops. And I was like, oh, he's bothering her. And so like, give me his number. I'm like, okay. And she was texting me at the same time too. And she's like, don't give him his number. And he was like being very protective of her again, which is another sign. I clearly, like, how did I not realize that was happening? I don't know.
It's okay. You know now. And you're with him. So
yeah, exactly. And so, and then like, as he was telling me this, I asked him like, why did you block me? And apparently months, like, at the time, I had gone out actually with the same guy that was low-key harassing my friend, because
that's crazy.
This goes like so many levels to the
so
story.
Much lore.
Literally, the grocery store lore is actually
that's insane. Yeah, you could be at your local Rouse right now at this time. And there's lore
No, bro. I think he like
with the cashiers and
because
shit.
low key that girl was cheating on her boyfriend with
Oh yeah, she
5
was.
different
Yeah, she
guys,
was.
and like
Yeah.
I think the guy like keyed the boyfriend's car. I don't know what happened. Like I actually, so
Damn.
he literally keyed cheater on the guy's car, like he's like Mustang or something. I was
Oh
like,
my
bro. And
god.
so and like months prior to around the time when he blocked me. I was like trying to like convince him because she was like freaking out. She's like, Natasha, like help me, you have to do something because like she wasn't talking to her. So I was just like, he was like, or she was like, oh, can you do something? I was like, sure, whatever. So I went out with him after work late.
Yeah.
This was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, hey, listen, like he was going to send screenshots of their text to the girl's boyfriend.
Oh no.
I know. And I
I
was just
know.
like, and I was like convincing him to try
Drama.
right. And I was like
Crazy.
trying to convince him to like delete the photos and don't do that because it's just going to cause like a whole, like, it's just going to mess with
Domino
like
effect. Yeah.
literally. So, and then we had gone out late in the night and I guess someone had told, like, it literally, like, the true, like, moving from person to person, someone's like,
Right.
oh yeah, Natasha was out with that guy last night. Like, it was late at night. So,
Telephone.
like, assuming, what are you guys
Yeah, yeah,
doing?
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
else
yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's why he blocked me. He's like, oh, why? Like, I'm talking to you and you're like hooking up with someone else. Hooking up with someone else. I was not hooking up with them. And so, yeah, like, and that's why he blocked me in the first place.
Diva.
And so,
Diva.
but like even after that, he was still really, really flirty, and then
He was interested in you. Yeah,
Yeah.
girl. Yeah.
it was just kind of complicated because I was his manager. So
I know. I find that so hilarious.
That's
Yes,
like
power
another-
dynamic.
no, literally.
Yes. That's a power dynamic I
No.
can subscribe to. Okay,
No,
word.
seriously. And so he was like still being a little flirty, and all of our friends, like literally, like we had like a friend group at this grocery store, and they were like, "Oh my god, like get with him," and I'm like, "Oh."
Wait, how old is he again?
He's the same age as me. I think he's 3 months.
Cute.
3 months. He's more
It's cute.
February.
It's consensual, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And so just an disclaimer.
Yeah.
No, and then for a while he was just like flirting with me still. Like we used to go out, like he'd come out with like my group of friends because they would invite him. They'd be like, "Oh my god, you guys are so cute." And
Aw.
like he literally won me over. I was like, "Oh," like the more and
Yeah.
more I spent time with him, I was like, "Oh, he's actually like really fun to hang out with."
Yeah.
And so we were like we were hanging out a lot at first, and then yeah, that's literally how we became a couple. But it was quite of
Cutest.
like right. Dude, I don't even know if I told you. He
Mm.
literally matched with my best friend on Tinder at the time, and they were literally talking.
Oh, I think you did. I think you did, and I found that really funny.
Over the time where he wasn't
That's
talking
crazy.
and here's the thing, he goes by his middle name,
Yeah.
but at our store, I called him by his first name. And so
that is so funny. I go by my middle name actually.
Yeah, I was and so my friend, we had a mutual friend who worked at this grocery store. My friend who I used to go to school with.
Uh-huh.
And the guy, like the mutual friend we had posted like a screenshot of his like Snap like list of all the people. And she was like, "Oh my god," because he has a really unique first name. So she's like, "Oh my god, I talked to someone on Tinder with that first name." And I was like, "Hold up, you did?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then she like screen recorded the conversation. I was like, "Stop."
Oh,
because
my
every time
God.
I would talk about him, I would
Yeah.
use his first name. So she knew him by
But
his middle
so
name.
you guys were talking about the same person without even realizing it. That's
exactly.
crazy.
And I was just
That's
like,
crazy.
bro, what? It was crazy.
Okay,
But like,
Eskimo sister. Wait, did she hook up with him though?
no. They were just
Oh.
like, it was just like a really short chat on Tinder.
Have
like,
you had Eskimo sisters before?
what is that?
An Eskimo sisters when your girlfriend also has kissed the same guy that you have, or more.
No.
I've been Eskimo sisters before. I didn't care. Whatever.
You know, no. Kind of.
If a girl, it depends what guy and girl get together that is my friend and is the one that I've hooked up with before. But everyone in my past, if you get with him, I don't care.
Okay, you know what? I'm lying. I actually kind of have with like a couple different people.
Word, valid. There is
Oh,
one guy
no.
maybe that I would be a little distraught. I don't know. Like I'm not even distraught over because he's kind of gross, but
Oh, yeah, no.
it's just complicated.
When was this?
Oh no, none of my friends actually hooked up with him.
Oh.
No, they wouldn't. They think he's gross.
Oh no, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No, I think there's definitely been.
But if they were to, I'd cry a little. I just would. I would. I'm being honest because it's just fresh. That's why. That's why.
No, I feel like if I have, which now that I like look back on it because I haven't thought about it in a while, I actually have, but it was like months apart.
Real.
Like a
no,
a
real.
little less than a
Yeah.
year.
And then my thing is also like, I don't want to know if he's getting with anyone. I'm totally okay with that actually.
Yeah,
Please do not tell me. the friends with benefits guy, the actor guy,
Yeah.
wanted to like he was like, well, maybe we should talk about it. Like, who are you seeing and blah blah blah. And I was like, no.
I feel like
Why would I tell
if
you?
you guys are not exclusive, then I feel
It's
like
not your
yeah,
business. I
it's not
told
your
him that your
business.
business is your business, my business is my business. As long as we're both being safe, that's great. Like, if you want me to get like
Like you can't even
tested, I will get tested, and vice versa,
you can't get
whatever.
mad at that.
No, but like I'm not gonna tell you who I've been hooking up with or like how many people. It's too much.
Yeah,
Because I'm
no.
not asking you. So come
Yeah,
on.
I mean, once it gets more serious, then you can pick and choose like when you want to
Yeah.
kind of disclose that
It was never gonna
information.
be serious though.
Yeah, but like
Never.
if you guys are just hooking up, then no,
Yeah.
it's not like it's not necessary,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. No.
bro.
That's a different topic,
That
but
that's definitely something that you should definitely talk about. No, bro. Dude, I feel like
whatever.
your stories are so fun.
I know. And you know what's so funny is like nobody even like if you are watching this, you're probably a friend of mine and you know the tea already. But if you're like somebody who doesn't, it's
No, it's
interesting.
interesting.
Oh, the characters I've gotten with,
I
dude.
will say about Sarah is like she is probably I want to say like the most interesting person to talk to. Like a no joke, she will like have you sitting there like wanting for more stories.
I'm a great storyteller, I will say. I am.
You know
I
what?
am.
That's like actually like a talent, like a skill to be a good storyteller. I wouldn't say that I'm the best, but she definitely like puts in a way where it's like you are literally sitting there and you are watching these
I'm an
scenarios play out.
entertainer. That's why. It's my
She's
job at the end of the day.
hilarious. Oh my god, if you have like literally the privilege of being her friend, then you will know you are getting
so sweet. Tell me more.
like you will want to sit there and you will listen to her talk for like hours. I will say
That's
that.
literally all we do. Even when we're on our phones, we just like talk all the time. Like we will. I love that Natasha's actually very introverted, but I feel very special to because I'm an extrovert that she can be extroverted with me. Very grateful. Very
I know. I'm so
grateful.
jealous of your roommates because they
I
with you like
love
all
my
the
roommates.
time.
I love my roommates.
I know. I just met them today. They're so
awesome.
sweet.
I bring Natasha everywhere. Like we can go clubbing together. Like, and she was my work friend. So y'all, it's possible for you guys to have good work friends.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like Sarah is the best thing that came out of like honestly, like literally the best thing in a long
Bitch
time.
ditto. That's how I feel too. No, literally.
No,
Yeah.
it's definite. Like I will say, like I was talking to my boyfriend about
She's
this.
met a lot of my friends too.
Yeah,
They've said nothing but great things about
yeah,
you.
they are so sweet. No, like literally, like I remember sometimes when I was super pissed coming home from work, I was like, ugh, like why am I here? Like why did I sign up for this job? I'm so mad. I'm so like angry at the world right now. But then literally, like I remember I was telling my boyfriend, and he was like literally telling me, he was like, well, like you got like if you hadn't had this job, you wouldn't have met Sari. So I was like,
oh wait, the boyfriend knows about me.
Yes, he
Yay!
does.
I feel honored. I feel fucking honored. I feel honored. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
because if I wasn't there, I would have never met you. So it's like
Yeah.
even though like a good amount of that job was just like very bleh for me, I feel I was like, okay, if I didn't have it, then I wouldn't have gotten you. So it's just so like there's something good that can always come out of a situation, even if it's not the best situation.
All the other people that I met there too, like I just oh god, it's not like we have to be the closest like you and I are, but I'm forever grateful that I met them.
Right.
'Cause I learned so much.
Yeah.
So in any work environment, just really try to learn the most you can. That's like pertains to you.
Exactly. I will say that like like any job that I've had, like even if it wasn't like something that I was like actually like really into, or if I wasn't getting anything out of it, like if for future wise or whatever, I will say that I have learned something from it. So like even though like I wasn't like the best seller at Aritzia, I got a lot from that job. But like you can always find the silver lining.
For sure.
There's always a silver lining. I will literally say like everything in life is supposed to happen. Even the bad
We
things.
always talk about this too. Yeah, and I think that's actually a perfect way to end this up because I don't know how long we've been talking and hopefully my phone kept all this storage.
Yeah. No.
This is going to be crazy to edit. I can't wait. I'm going to eat it up. Okay.
I know. I love this. I love like the interview ones because
no, I know. Me too. Me too. It's a lot more. Guys, I told you it was going to be a lot more fun and what's it? giggle gaggly,
Yeah.
giggle goggles, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
No, literally. You have to interview like people about USC and stuff like that. I feel like that's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. I love my friends. Yes,
Yeah.
very grateful.
No, but
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason. Like, I just truly, like, wholeheartedly feel that there have been so many negative experiences that I had that took me years. Like, there have been experiences took me over 10 years to be like, oh, okay, that it was supposed to be like that. Like, or else I wouldn't have had what I have
Yeah,
now.
we're still at such an early stage in our lives. It's only going to change in the future, you know, just throughout different periods of our life phases. So I feel like we really got along because we are at very similar life phases, and it's only going to transform even further. But like, that's totally normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I don't know. I literally want to get this tattooed on me. Like, everything happens for a
Yeah.
reason. And I just feel like
Yeah.
you meet certain people at like a certain time, like when you really need it, or just like anything. Like there's like some quote about it, like something about like souls meeting or something like
Yeah,
that.
basically like soul ties,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I very, very, very much believe that. So if you think like something's going terribly wrong in your life right now,
Be a believer.
yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You
Yes,
will find
there's
it.
always a light at the end of the tunnel, bitch. And sometimes you have to make that own light yourself.
Yeah.
I'm being so
Word.
serious. Sometimes at the end of the day, you have to do your own fucking work to make yourself feel better. And you know what? At least at the end of the day, you can say you did that.
Exactly. So it's just, it will look up at some point. And
Yeah.
even if you don't realize it now, maybe you'll realize it next week. Maybe you'll realize it next
Learn a
year.
new skill, meet a new friend.
Yeah,
Realize what you
exactly.
like and don't like in a work environment, non-work environment, whatever.
Yeah, this can
Communication
apply to
wise,
literally everything.
everybody and everything.
Relationships,
Yeah.
friendships, school, work, you name it. Like, I cannot like get
The
enough
time
of it.
management that I've been learning too, crazy. And like also
That's
like
hard.
how traffic totally interferes with time and preparation,
Stop.
crazy.
I know, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, no, just yeah, I very much like take that very
Adulting. Yeah,
seriously.
adulting.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard, but we're gonna get through it.
We are getting through it.
We are
Okay,
getting through it.
so Natasha, that wraps up my interview. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
We're
this
literally
was-
hanging out after this anyways.
Yes.
But this is just going to be the end of the pod. Thank you guys for either watching or listening.
Yeah, it was so good being here. Thank you.
Mwah.
Mwah.
We love you. Thank you for watching. I'm Nikita Moore, and I'm signing off. Oops. Have the best day ever. Bye.